Good morning. You're listening to Bridgitt with Naturopathy with Bridgitt at Radio Kidnappers, and I'm from Maintaining Your Health in Napier. Today I'm going to be talking to you about skin and skin allergies. I seem to be having a bit of a run this morning in my clinic lately about people coming with skin allergies. So I thought it's an apt topic that we'll talk about. I always look at the entire person when it comes to skin allergies, not just look at their skin, because I believe that if the skin is screaming out and it's got allergies, hives, eczema, psoriasis, that is just a symptom of this volcano that's been bubbling underneath for a long time, and it suddenly erupted and your body's going, enough, enough, enough. I need to sort this out, and I'm going to tell you what's wrong by putting it on the skin so it irritates the hell out of you and you have to do something about it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the triggers, we're going to talk about some of the systems that help rebalance and help alleviate the symptoms of skin allergies, and also we'll have a bit of a tip of the day, because that still seems to be going quite well with these shows. Okay, so there's the types of skin rashes that I see in clinic are eczema, dermatitis, hives, psoriasis, and shingles as well. So I'm going to just go through and talk about all these different rashes to give you an idea, and then give you some tips about how you can help that. So let's talk about hives, because that seems to be quite relevant at the moment. So causes of hives, or what do they look like first? So they come up in these kind of like red welts, and they can be quite itchy, they can be quite raised, and you can get hives from brushing against something, like getting a sting or plant, for example. I was in the garden yesterday digging up some nettle plant and brushed against it, and there I was, got stung by a stinging nettle. So it felt like little pins poking in, and then it got really, really itchy and red. So I went in and put my natural DD skin balm on it, and that calmed it down within 10-15 minutes. And you can read more about my natural DD skin balm on my webpage. It's great for skin allergies. It's a natural antihistamine as well. So the causes of hives could be chemical exposure. I have a client who, in their home country, they were treating their cattle with insecticide against tick. And so this client didn't wear any gloves. This client rubbed it all on with bare hands. And then not long after, he started experiencing hives, like really big welts coming out all over his body. So this person had this for 2 years. So you can have acute reactions and you can have chronic reactions. So acute reactions is like myself yesterday, I got stung by the stinging nettle, put something on it, and then it calmed down, and then today I was right as rain. Chronic hives is when it just goes on and on and on and on, like 2 years, and nothing really alleviates it. So this particular client had been in the medical system in his own country and in New Zealand, and he'd had a raft of food allergy tests, and he'd been given a huge range of medication and anti-inflammatories and corticosteroids and antihistamines, but nothing really was making it go away. And he decided to come and see me, Bridgitt, your holistic naturopath. So the first thing I said to him was, have any of those people that you'd been to see addressed your liver? No, he said. What's that? And I said, how about your gut? Have they looked at your gut function? No. So I'll talk more about these systems. So these systems were not addressed, and I believe that when the elimination systems are out of balance, your alarm bells start ringing and the toxins come out in your skin. So we'll talk more about that later. So also with hives, you can get a reaction like swelling. Your lips might swell up. Have you seen anybody? I've seen a dog with a sting. Their lips are swollen up really, really swollen up. Your eyelids might swell. I see a lot of edema swelling around hands and feet. And this particular client does have swollen feet as well. Another type of skin rash is eczema, and we're all quite familiar with eczema. A lot of children have eczema now, it's quite prevalent. I believe that a little bit of that eczema is DNA genetic, and we do inherit good and not so good flaws from our parents. So yes, a little bit of eczema is genetic, but I really truly believe that it's the triggers that make it flare up. So eczema can be red, scaly, itching, sometimes weeping as well. There's and eczema. Oh yes, talking about eczema. So food can sometimes trigger eczema as well. So it's what you put in your mouth, food or liquid, that can trigger. A lot of babies are born with eczema, and I believe that, you know, that stems from the mother. Breastfeeding mothers need to watch what they eat and drink as well, because that will come through the milk and cause a reaction in the child, in the baby. Certain foods can trigger eczema. The common ones that we start off with saying are reduce, 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 because if we say cut it out, go cold turkey, a lot of clients go, oh my God, I can't do that, it's too hard. So I say reduce, reduce, reduce your dairy. Now, what's dairy? Dairy is products that come from the cow. So milk, butter, cream, ice cream, ice cream, sour cream, yogurt. So those are your dairy products. Those are inflammatory to eczema, okay? So also I ask people to reduce their wheat products, because wheat contains a protein called gluten, and gluten is inflammatory to eczema. It's also inflammatory to the gut, so talk about that, leaky gut. Ooh, I'm sure you've heard of leaky gut before now. Okay, so another common allergy are egg, nuts. So those are the ones that we start off with reducing. If after a while, and we've tried to balance all the other areas, and you're finding it very, very stressful to even sit down and think, oh, I ate this and then I had that reaction, and I say, well, you know, let's do a food allergy test. Some people go, oh my God, it costs so much. And I go, oh my God, how much stress do you want? So it suits everybody. We can either do a food diary elimination, or we can just hit it on the head and do a food allergy test. Okay. So sometimes when the skin for eczema gets a bit weepy, it can get a bit of a bacterial infection on it called Staphylococcus. Ooh, that's a big word, isn't it? So a lot of people just call it staph, but Staphylococcus. So that can cause flare-ups as well, and if we don't get to it on time, then the medical system give antibiotics, which go round and round in circle, affect your probiotics, your good gut bacteria, and create leaky gut again. So yes, it's just a round and round endless circle. Other areas that cause eczema are animal dander, dust mites, sweating, or even contact with irritants like sheep's wool. A lot of children are allergic to pure sheep's wool, or even soaps and the chemicals in soaps, or the chemicals in your laundry powder, or what you put on your skin as well, what you wash your hair with, what you wash your body with. Your body may be so sensitive that all these irritate it. I do see adults with eczema as well, and I look at their triggers and I look at their elimination systems. So we'll talk about further than that. Another skin reaction is psoriasis, and that's autoimmune. So I look at the gut for that mostly. All these issues can be quickly fixed up by going to your doctor or going to the pharmacy and getting over-the-counter corticosteroid creams that you can rub on that quickly calm it down, or antihistamines. There's a variety of antihistamines, but just be aware that these are all just kind of like sticking plasters. Prednisone is an anti-inflammatory, a common one that people get given, and yes, so when you stop taking them, it's like rip it off the sticking plaster and it all comes back again. Okay, so psoriasis looks like flaky skin that comes on the scalp, on the elbows, on the knees, and it's not like dandruff, but it's like flaky skin. Okay, so we're going to take a break now. We're going to listen to some music, and I'll be back shortly to talk to you more about how we can help with skin rashes. Thank you. Welcome back. You're listening to Bridgitt with Naturopathy on Radio Kidnappers, and you can contact me on 027 284 3781, or my clinic's over at Maintaining Your Health in Napier, and you can pop over to my webpage www.maintainingyourhealth.co.New Zealand, and you can contact me there. I've got a contact form. I've also got an online booking system, or I can give you a ring and we can do a free 15-minute chat just to see where you're at and how I can help you. Great, so now we're going to carry on talking about skin and skin allergies and how I treat in my clinic, naturally, holistically. What would I do for you if you came and saw me with skin allergies? First of all, I would look at your stress. And people go, I'm not stressed, and outwardly you may not be. But if you have skin allergies, that is inflammation, which is stressing you inside your body. So sorry, love, you've got stress. So the first thing we need to do is help calm that stress down. No matter what well-being plan I'm going to give you, if you don't feel calm and you don't feel balanced, you're not even going to be able to look at changing your foods, maybe adding a herbal remedy, maybe doing supplements. So stress is a big contributor to skin allergies. It pumps the adrenals. The adrenal glands, they just sit above the kidneys, and the adrenals pump out this hormone called cortisol. Oh, I don't know. Have you heard of that, Ken? Cortisol. So they pump out cortisol. So cortisol helps with the reaction of calming down the inflammation. But eventually the adrenals get tired. They just pump too much. So that's why I look at your nervous system and what we can do to calm that down. Okay, so then I look at eliminating food triggers, and we've talked earlier about the food triggers of dairy, wheat, nuts, eggs, and we see how we go on that. And some people go, yeah, that's great. I've made a huge difference. And they go, not really. And I go, well, we might have to do a food allergy test. And they go, well, I've already had this kind of test done at the doctor's. And I go, well, this test is very thorough and it tests many foods more than what you can do at the doctor's, more than 28. So you know for sure what you can cut out for a little while we rebalance the other systems in your body. Okay, so then we talk about the elimination systems in your body. We talk about the liver. I assess your liver. The liver is the big detoxifying organ in the body, and it's huge. So if that's not functioning happily, healthily, then how is it going to help you detox what's going on in your body to get rid of these heavy metals, to get rid of these toxins and allergens in your body? I also, I hear people saying, yes, but I had a blood test and they said my liver's okay. And I said, yeah, but why is your skin still like that? Liver plays a big part, believe me. Okay, so assess your gut health. That's huge. The gut plays, you hear lots of people talking about gut these days and about leaky gut. It's really important to balance your gut. Gluten is the protein in wheat, and it's kind of like, like a hole punch that you see in the office. It punches holes in the lining of your gut wall and lets big proteins of undigested food and toxins leak out into the immune system, the bloodstream as well. So your immune system goes, red alert, what's going on? We've got some foreign invaders. Let's shoot them down. Let's go to war. So that's when the body starts attacking itself and shooting these foreign invaders with histamine, right? You've heard of that word, histamine? Because you get overloaded with histamine, which causes more of an allergic reaction. And then off you trot maybe to the pharmacy and you get some antihistamine. Well, guess what, folks? Let's fix your gut to stop overloading your system with histamine. Okay, stick with me. I'll help you fix your gut. What else can we do? We assess your bowel health. And people go, oh, do I have to talk about poos? Well, yeah, guess what you do? If you are stagnant, if your bowels are constipated and you're not really flowing, no matter how much your liver detoxes, no matter how much we fix your gut up, if we cannot get it out, it's just going to recirculate back into the system. So making you go with the flow is really important. That's quite funny, isn't it? Go with the flow. So another system that we really need to assess is your kidney health. Now, kidneys are our filtering system. So we're pulling it out with the liver, going through the stomach, we're fixing the stomach. Then it filters out through the kidneys as well. So we have to drink water, we have to look after those kidneys and make sure that they are doing their job. They're very important for eliminating toxins through the urine as well. A lot of people come to me and they say, yes, I drink water. Oh, I have about 5 or 6 cups of teas and coffees, and I go, that's not counted as water. Herbal teas are. So drinking pure, unchlorinated, unfluoridated, that's not even a word, I made that up, but that is pure water which will help your bowels and your kidneys eliminate waste and toxins, which will help your skin allergies. Okay, we've talked about the nervous system. So chronic stress does put extra tension onto allergy reaction, eczemas, hives. So what can we do about it? We can take some natural antihistamines. Bromelain, the good old pineapple contains bromelain. That's a natural antihistamine. And we can take that to help antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. Quercetin is another natural antihistamine, and bromelain increases the absorption of this. That's in buckwheat, berries, apples, broccoli. Good old stinging nettle. Stinging nettle is actually an antihistamine, and the Latin name for stinging nettle is Urtica urens, and they call hives urticaria. Go figure that. So drinking stinging nettle is great for iron, for antihistamine, vitamins A, C, K. It's got a lot of protein in it as well. So there's some lovely herbs also that I can mix in a herbal remedy that can help bring down inflammation, calm the histamine, help your liver. So some that come to mind are bakel skullcap, eyebright, nettle again, good old nettle, albizia, dandelion root or milk thistle for the liver, poke root for the immune lymphatic system, or calendula, burdock to help bring it out, and cleavers, which is the bitty which sticks to your clothes. That's really good for helping the lymphatic system because that needs to flow as well. Don't forget the lymphatic system. So the tip of the day is fix your gut. Simple thing like making bone broth. Having 1 cup a day, it's easy now, it's cooler weather. That will help with bloating, indigestion, burping, flatulence, reflux, constipation, or even pain after you eat. So how do you make this bone broth? You can make it with beef bone, fish bones, chicken bones. I put mine in a crock pot and let it simmer for a couple of days. I add about 1/4 cup of organic apple cider vinegar, and that helps to draw the minerals and the glutamine out of the bones. So it's the glutamine, remember that word, glutamine, that helps to heal the gut. Then I might add some onion, garlic, ginger, maybe some turmeric, and I add all that and let it bubble away in my cauldron. No. In my crock pot. and then I can add vegetables to it later. But bone broth is an easy, gentle way of fixing your leaky gut. So thanks, folks. You've been listening to Naturopathy with Bridgitt from Maintaining Your Health in Napier. And if you want to have a chat with me, a free 15-minute chat, give me a ring on 027 284 3781, or you can contact me on my webpage www.maintainingyourhealth.co.nz. Thank you. Have a great day.